My battery keeps saying it's either full or it's dying, so we'll try to make this quick. But a couple updates. First one, we talked about these Ozark Trail reels, and as you can see, I've taken it off. The other one broke, where this little lever here, when you cast it and then you started turning, so when you turn it and you hit this, it's supposed to pop up. So the other one stopped doing that, and then this one kept getting bound up. I kept getting bird nests all the time. So I took those off, switched over to Cast King Royal Legends, trying to see how that plays out. So that was the first update. Second update, if you're following the tournament series, I'm doing some competitive fishing, and you'll notice that February I was supposed to have a tournament in Quitman, Texas, at Lake Quitman. I actually went out and fished it right after. It was kind of an unproductive day. It was kind of cold. The sun came out just as we were packing up. But they actually canceled that event. We had a cold front move in, and they said, well, we'll push it back a week. And then we had a massive snowstorm here in North Texas. And so the decision was, out of the meeting the other day, that we were just going to cancel the that event entirely. And so this weekend, coming up here in a couple days, I'll be going to Bridgeport and fishing that. So I may end up fishing that cold. I haven't had a boat. The Ranger that I was using that you guys never really saw. I think you saw one video maybe of me doing a sonar kind of demonstration with it. But I haven't had a boat. Haven't had a chance to get out there and fish that. So it'll be interesting kind of going into the lake with no practice. Because so far, even though we didn't fish Quitman, I fished Welsh and I fished Quitman ahead of time just to kind of get familiar. So I'm going to be kind of going cold on Bridgeport unless I can get out there. Let's see, I'm just using this little Dock Demon here with I think it's a Basara. It's just a little pink crankbait, and I've caught stuff on here before. It's just taking me a while to get familiar with it, but if I catch something, I'll let you guys know. But that was just kind of the update on that. And as you can see, I've started tearing down the pond dock, and we're gonna get that rebuilt here soon too. See if I can do this again. I got some hits on that Basara here just a second ago. I think it was a bluegill. Let's see if I can. Oop! It was over a tree. Don't mean to do that. Fix that in post. Go over here. I was like somewhere right now, a bit further than that. I don't know if you saw that. Something just took a swipe at it. Hopefully you can see that. Let's see if I can do that again. Oh, tell you what's, this thing is so light, it's kind of hard to cast. Probably should put a weight on this or something. Let me see if I can get this back over there. Move over here so you can maybe see this a little bit better, but getting some strikes over there on that Basara. Bright pink. I can still see it in the water there. Yeah, something was over there and did not like it. It's not like that being over there. I think there's like maybe a bluegill head or something over there, but something struck at it. So we'll just keep. It happened twice in a row. First time I didn't have the camera running. And hopefully the battery doesn't die before I snag this guy. I'm going to set this over here too, because I know that there's typically a lot of bluegill activity over here as well. This is a good little, just for this pond, just because there's so many little fish over here. think some of the baits I've been throwing are more suited for lakes and deeper. You have a little bit bigger fish, and I think that's been kind of intimidating some of the fish that have been out here. So let's try this one more time. I've seen a couple of squirrels. The fish have been active today. I've seen a couple of squirrels out here, seen them out. They're obviously swimming around. More active today. It's like almost 70 degrees this evening. So a little bit better in terms of what you would expect. You know, the water's not getting cold at night. So it's starting to warm up. Oh, there's one. There's one. I told you. There's one over there. Look at that. That makes me happy. I have not been trying to do some bass fishing and just not had a good run of it. It's not a bass, but I'll take it. Nice, good size eating fish here. Let's get him, get his mouth open. There, he went nuts on that. He hit that thing so hard. All right, nice little bluegill there. Set him back down gently-ish. All right, that was fun. But yeah, so this little Basara, it's a nice little. This dock runner does not cast very full. It's really, you know, it's like a little kid's pole. Really just kind of meant to toss that out there and you know, just like put a corn dog on it and drop it or whatever. I think it's really not really known for a casting rod, but it was the cheapest rod I could find at the store, and I just bought it just to kind of prove, like I just did there, that man, you don't need a real expensive setup to fish. And all right. And I don't even, you know, I know what it was. This was the last time that I rigged this thing up. I had just gotten that in a box and I rigged it up, and then it was sitting in my rod holder. Oh, there's another one. And I just decided that today was a good day to bring it back out, so that's what I did. I don't know if that's the same one or not. Kind of looks like it. No, this one's bigger. Mouth on this one's bigger. But yeah, there's... Alright. I think the mouth on this one's big. Yeah, I think this was a different fish. So what they say, once is a coincidence, twice is a hint, and I think three times is a pattern. So I'm going to toss this out here a third time, and if I get bit on it again, we know that there's a pretty good collection of bluegill over there by that timber. And I know there was some over there. I saw some activity, and that was there was no time lapse there. That was live. Try one more time on this spot and that make move. But yeah, this is fun. That was fun. We're having a good day. We're having a good time. We'll see how this plays out, because I cast it behind that tree there, or that little limb, and I'm not sure. There it goes. So I wasn't sure if I was going to get caught on that limb or not. And I'm working this kind of slow. That seems, I mean, not too fast. It just seems to be, that just seems to be what the fish like right now. Sometimes if, you know, if I thought I wasn't getting what I wanted, I might burn it like this, just burn it through a little bit faster. But it's being that it's a little bit colder, I don't think that fast. You know, the issue is it doesn't look natural. And so that's what you're trying to think if it's cold or whatever, or it's hot and the fish are active or they're inactive. You kind of want to match what your bait's doing, because if it looks unnatural to the fish, they will tend to ignore it. I've got enough sense to kind of know what they like and what they don't like. All right. So I don't know. Let me see. I may cast. I think there's a lot of fish over here by the dock because the aerator's right down here. So I'm gonna try that. Just see going across. I had a lot of luck out here coming across that. That was fun. That was like 2 back to back. It was exciting because it's been slow going out here. And I know obviously there's fish in here. I've seen them. I've seen them when I feed them. I know that they're out here eating. So I saw a bass jump the other day. It was over there, and it jumped out and flew across. It looks like it almost looked like it was running across the water. That was a hit. There's another one. I'm gonna laugh if I just keep hitting the same one over and over again. All right. Ooh. I think that one is yet another one. Oh, yeah, he's got this one's mouth smaller. You can kind of tell after, like, when you're catching these fish, there's just certain things that you can tell that they just have different attributes about them. This one's definitely more aggressive than the other ones that I've. I'm just trying to grab his mouth so I can get it. Get his mouth open so I can grab it so I can pull this hook out. Okay, you gotta stop. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's a different one too. So, like I said, I couldn't demonstrate that with bass today, but you know, the bluegill, there's obviously a nest or something over here, and so as I'm coming over these, that was a bad throw there. I'm definitely catching their interest, and that's what you're looking for, especially like when you're bass fishing. You're looking for stuff like that where you just start getting repeated hits, and that kind of tells you you're onto something. It's one of those things. I mean, if I'm on something, there's no reason to change up what I'm doing. This isn't real. I mean, I guess this is a bass lure, technically. I don't know that I'm finding it to be particularly. I don't know that I've ever caught a bass on this or not. Think about it. But for this size pond, it's definitely a good. Like you see that, like some of these baits I've been throwing the last couple days, these big crankbaits and stuff. There's no way that most of the fish in here were going to get those. I was going to probably target the couple bass that were in here that were large enough to capitalize on them. The other thing today too that's maybe interesting or helpful, since I'm giving a lot of tips here today, the wind is blowing in my face this direction, so a lot of times, you know, bait fish will get pushed up, so conceivably being up there in that shallow part could be a good spot as well. I've seen some baby bass up there, but you know, this is the wind blown side, so it's a good, you know, it's just if you're gonna pick your percentages, pick a good spot to try to catch something. This would definitely be the side of this pond that I would choose. Like I said, I know they used to also like to be over here.